But yo, listen, a season after the Redeem team, you know what I'm saying? Go get that goal. Y'all formed the big three, the Heatles. You know what I'm saying? You, Bron, Bosh. And a lot of people talk about, you know, the sacrifice that you made so that the team could be successful and work, you know, with Bron. And you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that, as we were talking about earlier, people talk about that enough? Where it's like, yo, listen, man, like this is Wade County, bro, but he did the Derek Jeter shit, and he, you know what I mean? When A-Rod came through, they made it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when people talk about you in particular, you had to manipulate this because it's your team.
Yeah,
it's Wade County.
That was a tough decision.
You got a chip.
Yeah, I mean, I made it look like it wasn't tough, but it was. Well, I think I'm the best player in the world.
You know what I'm saying? And you got that energy.
I'm coming off of. It was tough, but you know, when we come in, man, it was our era when we came in. They say that if you want to be mentioned with these individuals, you got to win championships. And so, even though individually I thought I was a bad boy, I knew that I couldn't individually do it by myself. And I knew I didn't do it by myself the first time. I knew only reason that I was a champion because I was gifted to have Shaq on my team, right. Gary Payton on my team, Antoine Walker on my team, and so forth and so on, right? And so I'm back in this seat again where I'm like, all right, I'm 28, but I know how it goes. We only get older, and you only got a certain opportunity to strike. And so that free agency moment was really my opportunity as one of the oldest ones out of all of us to strike. Mm-hmm. You know, if I make the wrong decision, I'm ending with one championship and whatever the case may happen. And so for me, when we got the opportunity and realized we could play together, we got an opportunity to realize we could play together. Like, it took me to really compress my ego big time. And I didn't even have a huge ego because I didn't always grow up a star. Right. I grew up a role player who eventually became a star because of my work and because of my opportunity and my moments. But I had to go right back to that. And it was in Miami where I had built Wade County. I had turned a city into a hoop city with my teammates. And it's not just me. But that was hard. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. It was tough. But man, you know what? I feel like that was the best move for me to make to get the things I wanted out of the game. And what I wanted out of the game was I wanted them Larry O'Brien trophies, man.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted it because I already had one. And I knew that feeling. And I was like, I need that again. And so this is going to be my best moment in my career with free agency where I control it, where I could put myself in the best position to get that again. Right. And so the sacrifice was made individually, and to play with, you know, one of the GOATs in our game in the city that I had built, you know, worked hard to build it and finally get my own. But it was bigger. It's in my mind at that time. I made sense out of it. I'm not Serena. I'm not a tennis player. It's not an individual sport. It's about the team. It's about what you ultimately want. And this is the best opportunity to get that. And so you're going to figure it out.
Coming from, you said coming from Marquette and being like, you know, underrated and, you know, did that help in making that sacrifice? You know what I'm saying?
My personality, first of all, how I am in life, it helps. You know what I mean? Like, you got to know who you are. And so I knew that my personality, even though I have an alpha personality, I also understand how to, you know, look at perspective and look on the other side and move to the side. Like, I got that ability to be able to sometimes take a break and look, you know what I'm saying, around and see. Some people who are so great, they just looking this way. And I got the ability to be able to stop, you know what I mean, and make a different decision. And so, yeah, was it tough as hell? Yeah, it was tough. But also, too, I think I was the perfect person to play that role. It ain't a lot of people that can play that role. Bron is an amazing player, but you got to work around him. Right. And to work with him. And so, as you've seen, the first years we were together, we did everything together. Right. We did every interview together, every press conference. Every time you seen him, you seen me. Because we had to be so lockstep because I knew everybody was going. Nobody wanted it. My team didn't want it. My family didn't want it. They were pissed. Bron team didn't want it. No one wanted that to happen. The game of basketball didn't want it to happen. So I made sure I linked myself with Bron even more because I knew we had to be so tight, right, or it was going to be a failure. And I didn't want to be a part of that. And so there we go. We got it.
Man,